My name is Okumola Zainab Oluwaseun, also known as Grey Grey. I'm a filmmaker, writer, photographer. Artisans of Lagos project is actually the artisans. So the artisans of Nigeria, the artisans of the world. But I have to start with the localities around me first. Is why I started with Artisans of Lagos. So growing up, I grew up in a community of with in a community of artisans with artisans all around me. We have tailors, we have carpenters. So growing up, I'm always fascinated, and I was always fascinated with the artisanal communities. I had a lot of friends. I was like, when in school, and they were like, "Mufe lokoshe, I'm going to my workplace." I could not comprehend, like, okay, you are young, you are working, having like learning a skill at that point in time, and it is fascinating. So growing up and realizing that these communities are actually careers of people who put in their blood, sweat and tears to create something for their community. They're actually the one designing, remodeling and making, like the tinker men of the community, making the community actually work. So it's fascinating, and I felt like, what, this is a project, a documentary I want to explore. There are a lot of artisans around me, so let me tell their stories. Let me see what motivates them, or how they work. Understanding the artisanal community is one of the reasons I started this project. So Artisans of Lagos is the first because I'm in Lagos, and yeah, so let me start home first. So while filming this series, I think the one I really enjoyed the most, or working on the most, is the one for the Ashoke woman. And the reason why is because it is indigenous, it is close to home. My mom is from Okeogun, Isenyi, Oyo State, and there at Okeogun, there's a lot of Ashoke weavers, and she used to say, like, talk about it, like, oh, from home, Ashoke. My mom has a lot of Ashoke, so I'm always fascinated by that. So the Ashoke woman felt close to home, although she's from Osun State. Nevertheless, it still felt close to home, and I worked on the project from start to finish. I was the one that filmed, I was the one that interviewed, and I was the one that specifically edited that episode. So the episode was intriguing for me. But another episode that is kind of up there is the one that we went to interview Mr. Kuli for the carpentry, because that's the first time I'm actually like doing a proper documentary and by myself and meeting people. So I was kind of very, very on the edge. But when I got there, the man was so welcoming. In fact, the minute I was there, the moment I got there, it kind of like casted my fears and my nervousness away. And it was just me and Daniel that went for that interview. We filmed it, and I was also the one that edited it. So yes, for that, it made a lot of sense. I think the biggest challenge I faced while filming this, my hard drives crashed. 6 months worth of content disappeared, and it's painful because some of these people have told us their stories, and I'm not talking about one hard drive, I'm talking about all our backups, every single thing. There was a virus that spread through our digital life, and it's kind of like crashed everything. So I felt that was it was a very, very terrible moment. I did not know what to do, or I downloaded a lot of recovery softwares. I tried to recover it. It's just crashed. It got corrupted, and I felt like, it's a setback. I cannot just allow that to define the whole project. So what I did was I reached out to some of these people, like, let's do this again, or we just like moved on with other people as well. So it is very, very terrible. Guys, we are still a small production company, so we have limited facilities and limited resources. So I'm just trying to manage or utilize what I have, and in that way I kind of like utilize some hard drives too much, and they kind of like just crashed. So that was the biggest challenge. Another challenge I faced was I won't say it's a challenge. I think it's a normal thing. People canceling on us because we had like some like, oh, we want to interview you. The day is set. We're about to go, and the person just said, you know what, I'm not interested anymore, and it's fine because people have the right to choose what they want and what they do not want. And if you feel like okay, you don't want to be a part of the project anymore, I totally understand. But some people canceled on us last minute, like don't come, don't worry, don't worry. And some people were so accommodating. So I think the sucker for me was that the project will still go on with or without, some people saying they don't want to be a part of the project. And maybe in the future they might see the project and realize, you know what, it's time for me to tell my story. So I'm not judging. And whenever it is they want to come back or they want to, we are open. Artisans of Lagos is not closing. This is just the first season, and yes. So most surprising or insightful thing that I learned while working on this project. Patience. I learned patience. Because, like I said earlier, I'm not a very sociable person. I might talk a lot on camera, and that's because I'm with my very close team members. But in real life, I'm kind of like very, very, I don't know, it's weird to explain, but yes. So one of the things I learned was patience, because everybody have different ways they approach their lifestyle. They have different ways they approach, their things, the things they do, and sometimes it does not align with mine. But I don't judge. I kind of like calm down, try to understand. So patience to understand what it is I'm meeting, the kind of person I'm meeting, listen to them, do not talk over them, let them finish, let them explain their stories. So all of those things I actually learned patience. Not that I wasn't patient before, but when you get to meet a lot of people, you do documentaries, you go out there and you interview people, you talk to people, you see different kind of lifestyle, different kind of mindset, different kind of approach to things. So you just need to sometimes it's not your dance floor. You just need to take a back seat and just watch and enjoy and observe, which is what I did for some cases. I just sat back and I just listened, and that is fine as well. So yeah, I think patience was one of my peak. I recommend, it's not only children, I recommend everybody. And to be honest, I feel like catching them young is the wisest thing. Catching them young is the wisest thing. They have more years to practice, to hone their skills, and they'll be able to make it their own. When you make a skill your own, you find out that it is your personality, your talent shines through it. Even if it is painting, we have a lot of painters that do magnificent work. Even if it is carpentry, we have a lot of furniture, a lot of arts furniture, a lot of functional furniture out there that people buy, that people can't do without. So all of these things are very, very important. So I advise parents who are watching this, please put your kid through maybe a school, a artisan. Let them learn, let them own their craft. I recommend this greatly. Keep them busy instead of them to just walk around and be causing trouble. Yeah, keep them busy. I think it's more about not only learning, it's more about being appreciative of the artisanal communities. I think people would appreciate that there are still people that are thriving to keep the artisanal community alive, and people that are doing their best using their skills to be able to make ends meet and to be able to protect and provide for their families. So for the Artisans of Lagos, if there's anything people are going to take away from it that I think they should, it would be knowing that you are not alone. If you feel like you are doing a craft and that it is not working, or it is stressful, or you are going through these challenges, you've watched the Artisans of Lagos, you've seen that people are going through these challenges. Your challenges are not unique, people are going through them. But it is great for me to also profile the happy stories and the success stories of some artisans, where you can see that they made it, so you too can make it. And for those that are still having the second or third doubts, okay, should I become an artisan? Should I go and learn carpentry? Should I learn woodwork? Should I learn baking, furniture, all of these things? Should I learn bead making? So to just expose them to the idea that it is not bad, it is great. You can make something for yourself. Example, Mr. Kuli, Alaja Ramat, Mrs. Folorun Shaw, and the tailors, even Lady B. All those people have their stories, and they started from somewhere, and they are making it. So I'm just hoping people are able to get exposed to the idea of the artisanal communities, and then not see it as a bad thing or terrible place. More movies, more documentaries, more stories, and more content. Keep it locked on this channel. You'll be getting a lot of documentaries from me because I love telling stories, and I love meeting people. I love hearing their stories, and I love expressing myself through stories. So stories will be coming out of great production in 2025. You're going to be getting lots and lots of movies. Yeah, get that popcorn ready. Okay, so guys, that is my expose on the Artisans of Lagos season 1. I was able to film this. It is not a distant dream, to be honest. If you want to do something, don't see it as a distant dream, like I can't achieve it until I have big money. To be very honest, you don't need much to be able to do much. But I understand that money is important, so don't get me wrong. But I feel like with the little I have, I've been able to make something worthwhile, and I have a team of dedicated and passionate people who also love the art of storytelling, and they want to make something unique and something great as well. So surround yourself with good people, surround yourself with like minds. Don't get into trouble, don't do anything reckless, be safe, take care of your health, eat well, drink water, sleep well, and wake up energized, and communicate what you want. Reach out to people, talk to people. Don't say because of you are in a comfortable situation or you are shy to talk to people, you keep yourself hidden and your talent hidden. Bring out your ideas, talk to people, let them know that you can do this. And yeah, so without saying much more, yes, Artisans of Lagos season 2 will be coming out, and we're going to do Artisans of Ibadan, Artisans of Ilorin, Osun State. We are coming to you, Anambra, Ebonyi, all of the states, Artisans of Nigeria reloaded. We are coming, and then we are moving. Artisans of Finland, Artisans of America, Artisans of Spain, France, Artisans of all those big communities, big countries. Don't worry, we're coming. So